Hello everyone, welcome to the demonstration of my University Auditorium seat booking system. I am Anuradha Bandara Besingha with student ID of 34128042. Let's start this project. Addresses the insufficient use of seating in University Auditorium during high demand events such as guest lectures or formal presentations. Traditional booking systems often lead to scattered seats, underused capacity, and a poor attendee experiences. This system aims to tackle these challenges by implementing smart and seat allocation logic. It considers constraints like VIP zones, accessibility requirement, group seating, and layout limitation to optimize both profitability and attendee satisfaction. Let's see the design models and requirements. For this project, I adopt the waterfall software development model, a structured phase-by-phase methodology. Each phase, requirement gathering, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance are carefully followed. Under the requirement gathering, identified functional requirement and non-functional requirements based on user and admin, two major roles. For the users, these functional requirements are identified, and for the admin, these functional requirements are identified. In addition to these, several non-functional requirements are also identified. These requirements ensure the system meets both the functional needs and user expectations for quality and usability. As a system development architecture, the system is structured into front-end with HTML and JavaScript and backend component built with mainly PHP, with getting MySQL as DB with getting help from the exam server. And I use the development IDE as a Visual Studio Code. We use UML diagrams to clarify model system behaviors. This is a use case diagram, shows interactions of users and admins to vectors with the systems. Activity diagrams illustrate major flows like login. This is an activity diagram for the user login, sign up and sign in. Seat selection and booking process activity diagram. Payment confirmation process activity diagram. Admin activities flow activity diagram. And finally, contact us activity diagram. The sequence diagram visualizes how data flows to each interaction, ensuring clarity in system design. This is a sequence diagram for login for registered user. This is a sequence diagram for register new user. This is a sequence diagram for seat booking system. And this is a sequence diagram for payment process. And I draw the class diagram, define object relationship, helping structure modules like user, seat booking, and event. Let's walk through the seating algorithm flow using the flowchart to understand how the University Auditorium seat booking system operates. From the start, it directed to select to login or sign up based on the user type. Okay. So user allocated for this decision box to get a decision of to login for the registered user and come to enter the username and password. And if the user authenticated with the valid username and password, he go to the viewing with the home page. If not, he had to go to the sign up. That means for the unregistered user, entering with the username, email and password and data validated. If yes, back to go for the login interface to enter the provided username and password, and then after going to be again authenticated and direct to the home page. Right after user viewing the home page, the user can select particular event to do the seat booking. So then right after select the event and he can book a seat, and once he click on the button, it directed to display all seat layout in the auditorium. Then after, user allowed to select the category based on user requirement, whether it is an individual, couple or group seating booking. So once it come to this decision box, the category going to be checked whether is an individual and couple or group. So if the user selected individual category, he goes to go with this path. And right after selecting with the individual, he can view the available seats based on the individual format category, and the individual seats are located on the side sections and also the VIP and accessible seats. In talking about the individual format, first of all, user going to be select seats. If we select only one seat and if we try to select more seats, it's going to be display the error message. And if we're selecting only one seat and proceed on, and it's going to be check whether that selected seats in between the groups or not. If it is in the group, it's going to be visible with the error message. And if it's not, the individual category that user selection allowing for the booking. And once we go back to the category selection, if the user select the couples category, it User can view the available seat according to the couple and in the side section and the middle section also, including the VIP accessible seat sections. And once the user trying to select multiple seats than the two, or select only one seat and going proceed the seat booking, is going to be visible with the error message. If not, if the user select only the double seats, and he going to be go check with this constraint, select seats in adjacent and row corner. To select a couple's seat, it need to be adjacent and also the row corner. If the user not selected that kind of seat, it going to be visible with the error message. And if it is yes, that one for the goes for the eligible booking. And once we're talking about the group selected, the group category going to be viewed the enter for the required number of seats. It can be 2 to 7 number of there, and right after the user enters something of a number that is required seat, he can view available seats in the middle section, include the VIP and accessible seats also. And once the user select the required seat count, and if we're not going to be set the required, if it's a less or larger than the required seat count, it's going to be visible with the error message. And once if the user selected with the required seat count and proceed on, and all the seats are in same row, if the user selected multiple rows in seats, he going to be visible with the error message also. And if it is not, if the both constraints are valid, the group category also going to be allowing booking, and the allow booking directed to check finally all seat rules constraints are covered. If it is not, providing with the error message, and if it is yes, it's going to be proceed with the payment. In the payment process, going to be start from here, and first of all, user need to be provide the payment type, payment details, and then after, if it is a valid payment, it's going to be go with the confirm the seat booking and update the seating layout with the reserved seat format. If it is not, it's going to be visible the error message and go back to the payment process. And that's the end of the entire scenario. Key features implemented in the University Auditorium seat booking system prototype. To develop this application, I used HTML and JavaScript as a front end and PHP as a backend operation. As a DB support, I use MySQL server at SAM server, and these are the tables I used: the booking table and the user table. User begin their journey by signing up to a registration form if the user not registered or registered at the system, where they are required to enter their personal details, the username as user5, let's get that one, and email as user5@gmail.com, and the password as just 123. Once the detail is submitted and the data is validated, a success message confirms their registration. If the user attempts to register using an email that already exists in the system, an error message is displayed to prevent duplicate account. After successful registration, user can log in using their email and password in order to show the previous booking history. Let me go through the existing user as a user 1 and password also as a user 1. The system authenticates their credentials and, if correct, redirect them to the home page. Any incorrect credentials or unregistered email entries result in logical login error. Throughout this process, PHP sessions are used to secure, track login status, and maintain session integrity. Upon logging in, users are welcomed by a dashboard displaying a list of available events. This list is dynamically fetched from the database to ensure up-to-date information. Alongside the event listing, users also have access to a My Booking page, which allows them to view all their past reservations. When a user selects an event, the system presents the relevant seating layout. Looks like this. This layout visually distinguishes between available, reserved, VIP, and accessible seats, helping users make informed choice. If the user selects a seat without selecting the ticket type, it will be visible an error message. Before selecting a seat, user must choose a seating category based on their needs, individual, couple, or group. Each category comes with specific business rules to optimize seat utilization and prevent inefficiencies. For individual booking, only one seat can be selected, and it must be located on either side of the layout. The middle section is disabled for the individual users to avoid leaving isolated seats between group clusters. However, exceptions are made for the VIP or accessible seats, which can be selected regardless of position. Any attempts by an individual user to select multiple seats triggered an error message. Coupled bookings require a user to select exactly two adjacent seats, typically located at the corner or end of the rows. To preserve the central rows for the group bookings, the middle section is restricted in this category as well. If the couple seats more than two seats selected or fail to choose adjacent one, the system responds with an error messages. For group booking, the system allows the selection of more than three seats in a single row. Based on the number of required seats entered, the seat layout dynamically adjusts to highlight valid seat grouping. If users try to select more than required seats or span across rows, present an error messages, enforcing proper constraint. Once a valid booking is made, the selected seats are immediately marked as reserved. The seats layout updates in real time, displaying the total price based on the seat type and category. These changes reflect a live instruction between the PHP server and the MySQL database, ensuring accuracy and the synchronized data. After seat selection, users proceed to a payment form which simulates the transaction process. This form summarizes the selected seats, seat count, and total cost. Upon submission, let me provide the details for the payment method, the card numbers, and the expiry date also, and the CVV, providing the details. And by pressing the button, the system confirms the booking, update the seating chart, booking with the booking successful message, associating the booking with the user and the selected event. That's how the seating rules are applied in user side. Now you can see the seating layout has the reserved seats right after the successful booking. After successful login as admin by providing the credentials for the username and password, admin dashboard has appeared where admin can see all the booking details of the system. Admin has the ability to edit and delete of the record mainly. If I click edit button and do some modifications to the input and update it, it's visible at the seating layout also. Apart from that, admin can delete a specific record like this, and that result seat will be removed from the seating layout also. When necessary, the admin can active override mode, which lifts the standard booking rules. This mode allows individual and coupled users to book seats in the middle section. Let's check with the individual first, and let's go to the couple also. It's visible to select middle section seats also. And permits group bookings across multiple rows, useful in emergencies or for special requests.
Throughout development, several challenges emerged, particularly in enforcing constraints like seat adjacency, managing special zones, and preventing scattered booking. Time limitation also made it clear how important scope management and planning are. Using test-driven development helped us build reliable logic from the ground up, catching issues early. The waterfall model guided us with a clear path and reinforced the value of well-defined requirement and documentation. A major lesson learned is that thoughtful algorithm design and a user-centered interface are key to success in constraint-heavy system. To conclude, this project provides a valuable experience in solving real-world problems through software engineering principles. While the prototype is partially complete, it captures the core booking logic, demonstrating the effectiveness of test-driven development, and lays the foundation for future improvement. Thank you for watching.